Welcome back to New York City. I'm back in the city, running in the city, and bless all that is holy and well, it is not hot like it was down in Houston. I am on my way to meet my friend Michael. We're gonna go for a run along the East River. My motivation has been super lacking, so I really need a friend right now to run with. Been back in the city for about a week and a half and getting back into training after getting that transitional jump from Houston to West Virginia to New York City. So it's been kind of crazy, but I've modified my my training plan to fit that. And so this week's training plan calls for 2 45-minute maintenance runs and then a long run of 3 miles on Saturday. So a lighter week this week, and then we start boogieing up into the higher mileage next week. I'm actually making my way down to First Avenue. So if anybody out there has or is about, oh God, sorry, hold. If anyone has ran the New York City Marathon or is about to run the New York City Marathon, you will know that First Avenue is a good chunk of that marathon. It was a very supportive chunk last year when I ran the New York City Marathon, and lots of crowds going crazy. It was really fun. But I'm about to hit First Avenue and walk up. So yeah, so that's what we've got running today, and then heading to prehab for a little recovery. I've got some big news on the prehab front, but I'm gonna let you guys know about that as soon as I can reveal that news. But yeah, so let's do it. Back in this city, this crazy, 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 crazy city. All right, see you on the run. Peace. Welcome to Jurassic Park. I am on day 2 of this week of training. Good, and I wanted to get out here and run a little bit more. I am dog sitting, so I am down by the river, which weather-wise is perfect for these runs. I wanted to film a little bit more on my run from yesterday. However, it started to rain and I couldn't get my phone out. So I'm gonna do a little bit more filming today and see how this goes, but I'm keeping my intervals, my walk breaks longer than my running, because getting back into it, just trying to transition and feel out my legs and feel where I am and just building on that. I'm taking it slower. But yeah, down here in Battery Park City, it's gorgeous. There's lots of greenery. I'll kind of do a scoop around here. You can see there's the river. That's Jersey City right over there. And then Statue of Liberty is down that way. So I've already started. I'm halfway in, so I just reached that half-mile mark. And I'm going to keep going, shooting for 3 today, and swimming later. A little cross-country swimming. Cross-country swimming. Yes, I'm going to be swimming cross-country. Cross training. All right, let's get more of this run going. All right, I got it all in, and I am walking back through the West Village. And as always here in New York City, every street is usually used to film something on. And so the street I am walking on happens to be, they're filming today the show Manifest for season 2. And so yeah, just trying to walk away and around so I don't get into the show. But yeah, so that was a good run, and heading back feeling good, but I'm going to do a lot of rehab, only because my legs have been feeling tight as I've been getting back into all of this. And I realized that while I was in Texas, I didn't foam roll. I did use my R8 roller, but I didn't really foam roll. So foam rolling is now top priority. I'm back in Battery Park. Okay, it is day 3 of this week's maintenance runs, and it's a 4-miler tonight. I'm running at night versus running during the day, and I am here at the South Street Seaport, so I'm almost like 2 miles in at this point, but I decided to wrap around the East River and see how far I could get, and I got over to the east side. I was on the west side, now I'm on the east side. The Brooklyn Bridge is right there. You can probably hear it's choppy in the water today, so it was on the west side as well. So this barge, the Seaport Museum barge, is making a ton of racket, but you can see there is a giant ship right here. Yep, that is the South Street Seaport ship. I'm gonna keep on going, feeling good. Things are working well. I'm working with intervals, and I'm gonna let you guys know what my weekly intervals are in just a little bit. So hold tight, and let's finish up this run. Is 8:27 on this beautiful Sunday, and I am out for this week's long run. Did not do it yesterday because it was a cross-training day, and my week was like a little off as far as what days I got in the runs. So because I did Wednesday, Friday, and now long run on Sunday. But I've got 2 more days of dog sitting down here in Battery Park City, which is beautiful. So I am taking full advantage of that and doing these runs down here by the water because it's beautiful. And yeah, so I mentioned earlier this week, I was going to talk about motivation or lack thereof. And I have had some serious lack of motivation. It was hard transitioning back from Houston. I had to kind of like stop the training, and now I'm back on track. So what normally would have been a 29-week training period for Galloway's Goofy's Race and a Half Challenge, which is what I did last time and did every single day, all 29 weeks. I really had to adjust everything, and you know, life happens, and so I have adjusted some of the runs. I have adjusted a little bit of the training, and I'm doing a 19-week course, but I am going to be working with a coach to kind of help me through some of this more condensed training cycle, but I feel good about it. I feel good. My base fitness level is always at a good place because I'm a very active person and I teach a lot of my classes, and so I'm not stressing out about that. But lack of motivation. So I started to think about, what do I do that motivates me for these runs? And one of the big things I do is I listen to podcasts of people, runners that really motivate me. Always listening to Go Find Your Awesome podcast with Heather Jurgensen and Jen Sorensen, and also Joyful Miles with Laura and Jackie. But what I do to really fully motivate me is before a run day, I will watch a YouTube video of the YouTubers that inspire me as far as runners go. And of course, that's Heather Jurgensen over at her YouTube channel.
And I'm here at Union Reservoir up in Longmont, Colorado. It is cool and overcast and humid.
Res runs. I'll follow his weekly training videos from the first time he did Goofy plus Dopey. Those always motivate me to get out the door.
I was still a bit wiped out from my weekend race, but I did manage to fit in run number 31.
The Ginger Runner, if you haven't checked him out before.
That's to the Alpine Lakes Wilderness. Kim and I had a couple hours to spend today exploring some alpine lakes, and we thought this would be a good place to start. We've never been out here, heard it's gorgeous. Let's enjoy the miles.
So I'm always looking for new ways to kind of motivate me and get me out the door. You know, for some of us who have done a lot of races and a lot of training programs,
in the beginning, you know, with all that excitement built into it, it is fun and exciting, and we jump right out the door and we can't wait to get started. But you know, as the races continue, this is my 32nd race once all is told and I get there, and I just get a little, you know, it just gets a little harder to get into these training programs and training plans. But the thing is there's no better feeling than at the end of a training plan when you are crossing that finish line and you cross it feeling like you did everything you could to prepare for that exact moment. That's a great feeling. And so that alone is motivation. But yeah, let's get this run started. All right, let's do it.
There are the sailors for shore leave coming in. Hi, sailors. Okay, I am back from that training run, 3 miles. Felt really, really good. The weather actually is quite nice here in New York City, because we're in that space of time where, yes, there are still some high temps in the 80s, but the mornings are cool. You can feel fall is coming in. Like I said, I'm dog sitting right now, so this is not my apartment. But one thing that I know I need to be on top of during this training cycle is my recovery post-runs. So I'm gonna get a little foam rolling in and get a little bit of action going with my RA roller. We'll talk about that on another video, because this is the queen right here. So I'm gonna do a little bit of post-run recovery and stay on top of that. Cross-training and post-run recovery, these are all gonna be big things in this training cycle, and we'll have more videos on that, more things to come as far as that goes. But a big welcome back to Gerald Resnick. He is making his way into that training for Goofy. Just posted his video up on YouTube. I could not be more thrilled. He is one of the coolest, strongest, most inspirational, kindest runners that I have had the pleasure of meeting and following, and it just makes my heart so happy to see him and his coaches, Spanky and Darla, there in those videos. So big shout out to Gerald. All right, let's get some recovery done.